We are getting into the portions of the Judge card from the guidebook. And if you are joining on YouTube, then this is part 2 of the video of the episode for 156, The Judge of Our Love Story. We are going to go through the reading portion by portion, and I invite you to just take a pause and reflect on what you have heard so far. Use the energy inventory that we do here, the body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. What is coming up for you as you're hearing, listening about the judge, as you're picturing the card or seeing the card, and how has this element, this archetype of the judge, been helpful for you in your life? And how has it blocked your energy of accomplishing, manifesting the dreams, the goals, the vision that you desire? Because we are working to pull things up from the unconscious, subconscious realm, things that lie below the surface, that can facilitate things in our lives and can also unconsciously block those things that we desire so much. The judge, the critic, the diplomat, the advocate. The judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and other. Okay, we're going to pause. There's a lot packed into that right there. So we're talking, again, we're looking at without judgment, right? We are trying to reserve judgment first and observe. Reserve the judgment of good, bad, positive, negative, and to really look at the concept of this archetype, the judge. So it is so important. We all have within us this important judge character, this judge archetype, this judge energy that helps to keep us safe, that evaluates. So I love the word evaluate as a softer cousin to the word judge, right? But we must evaluate for our lives. And if you have experienced in your life any significant trauma, tragedy, something that happened to you or that you witnessed that was extremely dangerous, unsafe, life-threatening, or life-taking, then your judge, your evaluative power is going to potentially be on higher alert at times when you are triggered in a way that reminds you of this life experience, this trauma, this tragedy. And so if you have a trauma history, then give yourself some grace here, because your judge not only is working every waking hour of every day, but your judge might also be preventing you from sleeping. It might be working while you're sleeping. And so this is a part when we've talked on this podcast before, when you hear me say, when we are coming from a wounded place, when our energy, when our actions are coming from a wounded place, we've experienced something painful emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. And even if we've done therapy around it, even if we've done healing around it, even if there are so many different ways to heal and grow, there can be a scar, right? There's a scar that sometimes can prickle, and that is there in a way to remind us of this experience, and to be able to give ourselves grace in those moments to say, take a breath. Let's take a pause. Let's see what we're experiencing here, checking in with ourselves and our energy to do what we need to do, not only to keep us safe, but to recognize that there's a difference between being safe and being comfortable. right? You may have heard me say this before as well. Here is one of the kind of measuring sticks that we can use is this safe? Is this dangerous? Or is this uncomfortable? And this is part of our judge and our internal judge that evaluates situations. Sometimes when something feels dangerous, it's actually just uncomfortable, right? So I'm going to say that again. Sometimes some situation, a social situation, a relationship situation, a walking in a parking lot at night can feel dangerous, right? Can feel dangerous. And that is when we use the judge to say, is it dangerous? Or am I feeling neurologically, physically, physiologically uncomfortable? Is my nervous system triggered by something here? Ooh, okay. So the judge is important, right? The judge has a very, very, very important job. And when we allow that to be present, we can nurture it and make sure that the judge isn't overacting in a way that then is blocking us from living in a sense of ease and comfort and joy and peace. So the second part of that second sentence, when this archetype remains unconscious, below the level of our conscious awareness, or is captivated by fear. So again, that touches back into the wounded place. When we are acting or behaving or our energy is aligned coming from a wounded place, fear is one of the main emotional, energetic forces that is propelling us in action. So when it remains unconscious or captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and other. Harsh, critical judgment can be internalized, can go inward on us, and it can then also spill out into the other people in our lives. Here's where we talk about love and relationships. If you are harshly critical of yourself, even judging yourself, there is only so much that your energy can handle, and it tends to spill over into your family, into your friends, into your loved ones, into your partner. And it's not fair. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to them. If, on the other hand, your judgment tends to go outward first, right? It could turn inward, but you could potentially be defended against looking at the internal sources, the internal contributing factors to your behavior, and then you're potentially acting from a place of defense and putting responsibility, judgment, evaluation, harsh criticism outward onto others. Again, not good for you, not fair to you, not fair to the others. And so we are using this card has come to us for a reason, for me too, raising my hand, that we aim to balance, that we take responsibility for what our actions are. And we don't overtake responsibility for others. We don't take responsibility for the actions, for the emotions, for the reactions of other people in our lives. Next sentence. Ironically, the judge's energy can be the seed of racism, bigotry, and fear-mongering. This is the judge out of balance, building walls, separating from other. When we don't know, when we are ignorant, when we are scared, when we are coming from a wounded place, we put up walls. And this is an invitation to be curious, be compassionate, get to know people, get out of your own comfort zone, and to enrich your life with diversity and with beauty and with just getting to know people, connect with other people. Yes, I love this. I love, love, love this. I thought of the Wild Women Festival. I've thought of grad school and college, and studying abroad was just one of the most powerful experiences of my life. Traveling in general, and to different places. It's fun to go to the same place. It's fun to have your favorite beach, your favorite vacation spot, home away from home, sometimes we call it. And it's wonderful to immerse yourself into different cultures and different peoples, and to learn and to grow and to feel connected in that universal sense of human connection. It's an amazing experience. So if you've been there, you've done that, then you know exactly what I am talking about. And if you haven't done it, or you haven't done it in a while, this is your invitation. Okay. Back to the book. When this same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, and forgiving again and again. Ooh, there's a lot in there. Yes, advocating, right? When we connect, when we learn, when we grow, when we make an intentional effort to be the best humans we can be, then we cannot stand by and watch as other people are oppressed. We stand with them. We fight with them. We fight for them. We fight for ourselves if we are in that population, that marginalized population. Standing up for the underdog, right? It's always lovely to help out someone, and to know that we're going to be in that position at some point in our lives as well, to give and to also receive. So sometimes giving is wonderfully beautiful. And also, this is also an invitation for reciprocity, to receive help when it is offered, to ask for the help that we need, to ask for the things that we need. And all of these episodes, all of this energy that we put out here on the podcast, in our workshops, in our circles, in our Grounding with Gratitude gatherings at Visionistas, and all the work that we do is helping you to increase your self-awareness, to deepen your self-love and your self-trust. In so doing, you deepen your love and your trust with others and for others in your life. Providing resources for those in need. Share love, right? Share these episodes. This is our specialty. This is where we come into play. This is where I love to help people heal and grow and shine and fly. And I can't do it without you. I can't do it by myself. It takes a village. It takes a universe. It takes connection and people who are joint together, joining arms, joining spirits to share these messages of empowerment, hope, love, peace, and joy. Back to the book. Love is the deciding factor. Pause. Love, love, love is the deciding factor. Of course it is. Of course it is. This is what we are doing here. This is what we are sharing. This is what we are spreading. We love here. We hope you love it as much as we do, because we're just sharing it, right? We're sharing it and giving it. Love is the deciding factor. Love over hate. Love over fear. Love, I have signs all over that say love is all you need. There's other things that go along with it, right? So it's great and it's powerful. And sometimes I agree with that statement, and other times we have to use the love to help us pull in the other things that can help us in our lives. Love helps us to sometimes make the decisions that are difficult, that are boundaries, that help preserve our spirit, our energy, and again, just in that effort to help us grow and shine and connect authentically with others. Last little part. Awakening this archetype is essential for the complex times we are in. I'm going to stop there for the last sentence because we are in complex times, right? If you are in the United States of America, like I am, this is a presidential election year. We're getting tons and tons of political messages. I get texts. I don't know how to stop that. I try to report junk and they still come. Commercials. And we are in a time of change. That change is coming and we need to embrace love. In this message here, we need to stand up for what we believe in and fight for civil rights, human rights, and to do it with love. With love. Get your judge in order. The world needs it. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, when light. So when you are aligned with the energy that is authentically you. Discernment, advocacy, right action, and compassion. Compassion, compassion, compassion. If nothing else, compassion. When dark, so when coming from the wounded place, captivated by fear, the judge brings out energy that is critical, punishing, unforgiving, and wall building. Go deeper. Osiris and the white feather of Mot. Ooh, I will put that in the show notes. You know I will. So if you go deeper, email me, message me, tell me what you learn. I love, love, love when you tell me these things and share them with me. What we know is that when the judge can be coming from that dark place, that feels protective, right? Because again, at one point in your life, the evaluative nature of the judge to know if something is dangerous or safe was adaptive for all of us at one point in life. And over time, if we stay in that cycle and those habits that we have formed and do not pursue self-awareness and growth and healing, then we're stuck. Then we can get stuck. The danger is becoming stuck in those, what once were adaptive, now can become maladaptive behaviors for ourselves in health and wellness, for our relationships in love and connection. The judge's energy, this is back to the book, is contagious. When we feel judged, walls go up all around. Similarly, when we feel accepted, the entire world softens. Whew, I love that invitation for us today to soften our walls when it's safe and to strengthen the muscle of discomfort when, again, it's when it's safe, to be able to grow. Growth comes in the margins of discomfort. We feel it, we push ourselves and we're like, oh, I don't think I can go any further. And yes, we can, myself included. I'm learning as I'm helping you learn, as we're all doing this together. And last little part of the book, Gandhi had an incredibly illuminated inner judge. He was a lawyer. He practiced silence one day a week in order to hone his discernment while on his revolutionary path. Oh, I love that message. We pause, we breathe, we listen. Listen to others, listen to ourselves, listen to our spirit, listen to our dreams, tune in. What is this card meaning for you today? Where can you use this message of love, message of connection, message of healing and growth to be in the light? Whew, I'm so excited. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. I am very excited for this love journey that we are taking together. So we have looked at Eros, we have looked at the crone, we have looked at the judge. I have some fun guests coming up on this season of the podcast. Don't forget to check out our mini wellness retreat coming up very shortly next week if you are in the Lehigh Valley area, or if you want to travel and visit us. We have a beautiful place here. You can check that out at my website, drliz.com wellness retreat. I will link that in the show notes. We do have an illumination circle coming up as well this month, and there will be more information to come on that as it comes. That again is in person, and I love being able to be connected to you virtually and to be with you week after week here on the podcast. Thank you again for coming. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for sharing your energy, your love with me, with others. Let's do this thing together. Let's make this world light and fun and share love. Take care.